Hello, it's Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me for another video tutorial. Today I have a cute little pouch for utensils. It's like a little place setting here that I wanted to demonstrate how I put this together, and it's so easy. You can put 2 or 3 little utensils, spoon, knife, and fork. This one just has a knife and fork because I don't have any more of these. But anyway, I just want to show you that you can put 3 utensils in these little pouches. And what did I use to make these cute little pouches? Well, I used the popcorn box Thinlit dies by Stampin' Up. And this is a really fun, you can make a little popcorn box, but I don't have one. Well, I thought I had one made, but I must have given it away. But anyway, it makes cute little popcorn boxes, but you can also make little pouches. Now, when I first saw this little pouch in the magazine or in the catalog, I thought, well, it's so small, what could I fit in it? And I thought, well, why not try to use it as a little utensil holder with a napkin, you know, and use it for your placemats. Now this one here, I decorated it with the Paisleys and Posies. I got it right here. Okay, it's called Paisleys, Petals and Paisleys Special Designer Series paper, and it's really pretty. There's a lot of different designs on here, but I want to show you something in the catalog that you can get. It's kind of like a suite in the catalog that you can purchase. Hold on a second, I think it's on page 47 here. So you get these really gorgeous papers, and there's 12 different designs, but you also get ribbon here. You see how I've used the ribbon on these two? Okay, and rich raspberry, mint macaron, and delightful Dijon will come in a bundle like this with the ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and use delightful Dijon in my next one, and some more of this beautiful Petals and Paisleys Specialty Designer Series paper. So what you need is a piece of this paper that measures 5, and I guess 5 inches square would probably be the amount. You can use a little bit less, but I want to make sure I have enough room for this popcorn box. And you only need to, you know, if you're going to make the box, you need to cut out 2 of them. But I'm not making the box, I'm just going to make the pouch. So I only need to cut out 1. Now, if you're particular about the design that you want, just kind of move it around on your design here. Isn't that a pretty design with all these Paisleys? And also, if you've got a pattern that goes up and down, make sure that you've got it going parallel in the right direction. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I think I want this design right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take this to the Big Shot. But if you notice, it's not a perfect size. You see how this is hanging off here? And I'm okay with that because I'm not going to need this little part right in here. All I'm going to need is just this little flap here. So I'm going to take this to the Big Shot, and or I could bring the Big Shot in. Why not, right? Okay, here we go. Since I'm not using my my grid sheet, and it's not going to move everything around on my grid sheet, I've got my magnetic platform. I've got a very well-loved plate here, cutting plate, and then I'm going to just go ahead and put this on my platform here. Put the other platform on, and then roll it right through. Okay, just roll it backwards, since I don't have a whole lot of camera space. Okay, all right, now I'm not going to take the Big Shot away just yet because I'm going to do something else to this. I'm gonna just slightly fold the paper here. This is the side here. Now this is going to be the front. Okay, and now I want to do just a little bit of a dip here, like a little opening here, like I did right here. You see that right here? And I did that using the layering ovals. Okay, here we go, layering ovals, and I did a scallop, and I did the smallest scallop. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, let me see, I'm going to make sure that this is right in the center. Now, if you look at this scallop, I'm trying to show you without it glaring at you. The two end scallops, you want to make sure that you have right in the center of those and in the center of your piece of paper. Okay, and now I am going to make sure that that's centered, and then I'm going to take a piece of repositionable adhesive and place it down on my platform here, on my cutting plate, and put the other cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run that through again. Okay. And now I'm also going to take a piece, since I've got the big shot out, I'm going to take this with a piece of Delightful Dijon. Okay. And cut that out like that. Didn't really need to tape it, but I just did it anyway. Uh-oh, something fell. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to cut that out because that's going to be part of my little tag that I'm going to be putting on the front. Okay, all right. And I have another one to cut out too, but I'm going to take this away for now. Okay, and so now this is what I've got right here. Now I don't need this little flap here, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it and cut it off. Okay, you see this flap right here? That's the back. I don't need it. That's why I didn't cut it all the way. So let me take some paper snips, and I'm going to just go ahead. I think I'll cut it from the front part. I'm going to fold that down. Okay, and just cut that away because you don't need it. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and tape this together. All right, and when I do, I'm going to be folding that over like this and like that. Okay, now if you notice when you do tape it down, it's got a little bit of a bow in here. It's not quite exactly the same amount of paper on both sides. It looks like a little pouch. It's kind of like a little pillow. You want that, okay? You don't want it to make, to be completely flat, because I think that's just the way it's made. But I like that feature. So I'm going to go ahead and take some tear and tape. Now this little flap here is just a little bit more narrow than the tear and tape, but I'm going to be okay with that. I'm just going to go ahead and put some on right at the score line here. I'm going to put that here, and it's going to overlap, but I'm okay with that because I'm just going to kind of knock it down with my finger after I take off that the top layer, the top sheet. What is that called? Oh, I know what it's called, but I can't think of it. It's just kind of like a covering a layer that covers the tape. And you can also use your paper piercing tool to get that. See, I'm just going to knock this down with my thumb here to make sure that there's nothing sticking out here. And then I'm going to just fold it in. Now you can use tear and tape again, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab my Snail adhesive for this bottom piece. I don't really need a whole lot. And there. Now you see there's the pouch. It's like that. All right. Now I'm going to take a napkin. Okay. Now this is one of those, kind of everyday napkins that you get at the dollar store or at Walmart or something. It's nothing really, really fancy. And so I'm going to take my knife, and I'm going to take my fork, and I'm going to take my spoon, and I am going to wrap these up. Not real tight, but just wrap them up so that this point here is kind of even. Okay. Like that. All right, and then I'm going to fold this upward. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this in like that. Okay, now I'm going to take these out so that they're right in the front of the holder. Okay, and then the napkin lays nice beside it, or behind it rather. Okay, that's how I keep them in there. All right, and then I'm also going to be putting a little Andy's Candies in there, a little after dinner mint. Isn't that cute? And so let's finish working on the tag. I'm using the Endless Thanks stamp set, and I'm going to be using the word grateful, and right real tiny is the word for, I don't want you to get the glare, but it says for you, so it's going to be grateful for you on there. So let me grab this. I have it on 2 stamp blocks here, and the color that I'm going to be using is Delightful Dijon, which I didn't bring out. Delightful Dijon. Okay, I just got a little piece of scrap vanilla. I just got it all over my hands. A piece of scrap very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to go Grateful. Okay, and I'm just eyeballing this. For you is going to go just right under here. Okay. That doesn't really have to be straight, but then I'm going to go ahead and take another one of these dies. I'm going to use the smallest oval die that's not the scalloped oval. I used the smallest scalloped oval with you know, with this one and that one. Well, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, with this I use the smallest oval and that one too. So let me put this back in here, and I'm using the smallest oval die for this. And I'm going to just center this on here with a piece of, another piece of repositionable tape. And I'll take it to my Big Shot real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, very gently take it off. All right. And now I'm going to just use some Snail adhesive and put it right on the back of this little scalloped oval, and just try to center it the best I can. Try to go from one end and then center it there. That looks pretty good. Then I'm going to take dimensional, Stampin' Dimensional, and I'm going to put it right on the back here. Okay, and that's going to stand up here, but let's tie our bow first. Like I said, I got 3 different colors. That's Mint Macaron, Rich Razzleberry, and Delightful Dijon, and you get this in a 3-pack from the holiday catalog, and you get about 5 yards of each. So I haven't used the Delightful Dijon yet, and I'm just going to cut this little plastic paper that's holding it together. Right. No, I'm not going to need that anymore. Throwing that away. Okay, so I'm just going to take off a length, probably about maybe 15, 16, maybe even longer than that. I don't know. I didn't really measure, but I want to have just enough to tie a bow. Okay, and we're going to tie a bow, and I'm going to do it from this side here. Okay, here we go. Tying the bow with right over left, and tie this on like that. And over like that. Okay, and just try to make the neatest bow you can, or you could do like a fork bow and put it on here, and you can make your loops as big as you want, and do, you know, just do your own decoration on here. Anything goes. You can use any DSP. There's a lot of different DSP stacks and themes that we have. We have the 6x6 stacks. I mean, there's just so many options. Okay, so now if I can get this bow the size I want, here we go. All right, now let me just grab some scissors, and I'm going to just go ahead and cut this. So I really didn't need that much, but there we go. Now to keep that, you know, stationary, that bow, you could just take a little glue dot, a mini glue dot, and just put it right underneath, so that bow's not going to move around. Okay. All right, now let's put our little tag on here. Okay, and Grateful for You right in the center right there. Okay, putting our tools away. Okay, and there you have it, a little utensil pouch with a napkin, and here's the other two. And like I said, I don't have any more black spoons, but here they are. Isn't that a quick and easy project to do? I hope that you try this, and if you need any of the tools and supplies that I use in this video, please go to my website at www.geamazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net, and I'd be happy to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. So once again, this is Jeanette with Geamazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.